We'll start
Ready.
proceedings here.
Play.
Michael Mmoh receiving a wild card for the US Open this year and doing a great job of using that. There's a whole bunch of Americans as well
30 love
that are still in the draw here. Four compatriots already into the fourth round. The bottom half of this draw, Fritz, Paul, Shelton, Tiafoe playing a great match last night. I think if he's to get through to the fourth round, he would have the most Americans, which would be 8 in the US Open fourth round since 1995. So good times for the US men.
Absolutely. It's a group of guys that are pushing each other to play better and better and have the great results in the biggest tournaments. And it's really happening.
And ready to go. Of course, they've just played the one time this pair. It was 12 months ago. Was indoors, was on hard court. Perhaps would make a little bit of a different conditions there, but it was Jack Draper who won in 3. Tight match. A little bit of information there shared between the two players, so coaches don't have to go out and scout too much. They've got that DNA on the match already. There's the British team. There's James Trotman just on the right there. That's
Jack Draper.
Jack Draper. They've been together for a long time. Terrific coach. Spent a little bit of time with Tennis Australia as well, back down under. Differences in the swings. Look at Michael Mmoh. He's up on that baseline and really doesn't take a big cut on the ball, does he? He's kind of a little bit more just straight behind the ball, and you see Draper with these big loopy swings.
Yeah,
produces a bit more power.
The Draper forehand is, I think it's probably the biggest shot on the court, alongside probably the Draper serve. The Mmoh can get up and pop his serve. I hope he does quite a bit today. He certainly held easy there in that first game.
30 love.
Big serve there from Draper. There's a good example of it. And the forehand. The strokes of Mmoh almost designed for consistency. He likes to move the ball around the court, sort of wait for that sort of mid-court ball before he takes a little bit bigger swing at it or hits through it a little bit more.
40
The backhand also is sort of a shove. He moves it around the court. And
yeah.
then he does look for forehands, and we've been seeing him do that more often these days. Sort of have that mindset where you're going to get a forehand and do something with that ball.
Yeah, you just see a little bit of the court positionings there. If Draper has to move back, he's got to hit bigger through the court. I like Mmoh. Kind of stands up on that baseline, and it's not a counter punch because he hits bigger than that, but it's almost like this linear way of playing, and yeah, such difference in styles, these two guys. So one apiece. first one of the match.
Loved how well Mmoh focused through that match against John Isner. It was a very emotional match for the fans a lot, and of course John Isner alike. But it's also had to be emotional for Mmoh to be out that in that moment against the great champion and the great competitor in Isner. Saved that match point. Had hit a good serve there in the ad court, big kick serve, and John couldn't quite get on that ball. And played a great tiebreak, a couple of great tiebreaks in that match. So really focused individual right now.
Yeah, he looks like a player that has worked very hard on technique and very hard. He looks like he's a worker. He looks like he's almost a manufactured kind of player. It's not a lot of flair. And
it's interesting because he's such a great athlete. I think he could play with a little bit more flair, and maybe down the road will. Those ground strokes are the kind of strokes that keep him in rallies.
Yeah. Kind
of strokes that against a lot of players give players trouble. Against Draper, if you let Draper up on that baseline, he's going to be in some trouble. We've already seen Draper can produce a huge amount of pace off the forehand, but he can also do so on the backhand, and he's comfortable at the net. So hopefully Mmoh won't be playing too far back in these ground stroke exchanges when they happen. Good second serve there.
15-30.
Junior in the world and really was playing great tennis then, and I think he felt a little bit of expectation. I mean, he first got his ranking or played some tournaments back in 2013 when he was 17. Didn't really get his ranking until 2014 when he was 18. Gesture.
He's put a good amount of spin on the ball as well, which I think could give Draper some fits. And you think about junior tennis, you can win a lot of junior matches by being extremely consistent and keeping the ball deep or heavy. It's a little different in the pro level. There's players who have a lot of different kinds of weapons that can hurt you, and so you have to develop some weapons of your own.
Pushing that one long. Yeah, it's been a gentle climb, really, hasn't it, for Michael? He's really not rocketed up the tour. He's just taken his time, but improved it every year. Got his ranking up to his best, near his best ranking now, which is great to see. Very worthy. just looks like he moves across the
Advantage.
court
Wow.
like Pong. Draper having to work so hard physically. If these are the kind of rallies that we see over and over, that's going to be very physically tough for Draper.
I agree. This is what Mmoh tries to do to his opponents. He tries to make it physical. That's what he's looking to do out here. He extended that rally. Didn't really try to do anything with the ball. A couple of heavy forehands out of the Draper strike zone a little bit. Felt like Jack could have maybe come forward in that one forehand. He had a little bit of an advantage there. Didn't quite hit it big enough. You see, the one thing I'm liking about Mmoh is he's retreating back to defend a bit, get back to neutral, but he's actually getting pretty close to the baseline again very quickly instead of hanging around back there, which in the past he would do a lot of.
Now that's what you're talking about, sneaking in. Just push Mmoh back there a little bit. Senses the right moment, and I think he'll want to do that more often
100%.
Earlier in the rallies. He
100%, Luis. You have to get up there and make him pay for playing that far back. Don't allow him to sort of hit those. They're heavy, so when they hit the court, it's difficult to deal with. But if you can take it out of the air a little bit easier, make sure, of course, you pick your best time to do it.
Gosh, long game here just for the third game of this match. There's no question if Michael Mmoh's a 33 ball rally kind of guy, Jack Draper's about a 3-ball rally guy.
Yeah, it's a totally different mindset, which is it's one of the reasons this matchup is a lot of fun. Hopefully for viewers at home, it's fun for us.
It's a long game.
By 2 games to 1, first
He
set.
survives it. It's Michael Mmoh in this opening set. Leads 2-1. Stunning sunshine here today. Perfect conditions, a little faster, which may suit the bread. Jack Draper just a little bit more. It's been some cloudy days, which has had a bit of moisture around, which there's a lot of players out there that like these faster conditions.
30.
And that's why. A lot of players don't like that humidity either, so it's a little bit drier today. Have you heard much talk about the balls? These new balls have got a little bit more duty. I mean, the past they had a women's ball, a men's ball. Now they've amalgamated it. There's just the one.
Yeah, I think that the women are playing the mint ball nowadays, and it is heavier. Double duty felt.
Game Draper.
Yeah.
What an easy hold there for Draper.
Well, that's a big difference, isn't it? Nearly 8 minutes for Mmoh to hold his serve, and what's that, about 35 seconds for Draper?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, the biggest weapons on the court are that forehand of Draper and the serve of Draper. But yeah, I'll have to consider Mmoh's ability and his consistency and his speed.
Download the US Open app to follow your favorite players, track the latest scores, stats, match highlights, players news, and more. Available in the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Seeing that was a big serve there from Mmoh. I mentioned he certainly can get up and hit it. And that's just as fast as Draper's serving. In fact, a little bit faster.
Massive, 130.
Thing is, for me, he doesn't always do that. There's always kind of a question mark. He sometimes slows it down, in my opinion, for no reason. I don't mind the slower change-ups. I think they're good play. That combo right there, you think about that big fast heater up the tee, and then you go for the kicker out wide. Don't let Draper get zoned in on that forehand.
Yeah, smart play.
Just don't want to throw in too many kickers, especially against a guy who's probably going to be playing. He's been playing pretty far back, Draper.
a bit of a feel for one of those serves as well. If you one big one kick, then one big one, and just keep mixing it up too much. You want to have a little bit eye on the power as well.
I think you're right. Oh, well, I used to. I mean, I threw the kickers and a changeup. Usually went pretty big with my serve, so you got to be careful you don't throw your own rhythm off.
Well, that is a good response from Michael Mmoh, the 25-year-old American, and everything on serve at the moment in this opening set. He leads 3-2. I like the pink outfit as well. It's kind of bright.
Yeah.
Oh.
Summery fun.
Yeah.
Oh. Finally missed a first serve. I do think that first serve is more important a little bit for Draper than Mmoh. Mmoh gets into these rallies. He can make you really feel him out there, make it physical, as we mentioned, Luis.
A nice first serve and first strike. That's exactly what, yeah, that's what's illustrated, isn't it? He needs those quicker points. He doesn't want to be burning up too much gas on his own serve and then having to really work hard on the return game. 9 of 9. Mmoh doing a good job as well. Oh. Michael, because I remember Wimbledon one year, Roger Rashid was starting to work with Grigor Dimitrov, and Grigor at Paris was wearing pink, this great pink outfit. Roger said, no way, no, you've got to look like a warrior out there. So by Wimbledon, he was wearing white, but for the rest of the year, he was wearing dark colors, black, and just because he's like, that's what I want players to see. What do you think about that?
You don't think warriors can wear pink?
Well, there you go. Clearly, Draper's a warrior.
I think that maybe has changed in the last few years. People wearing some color, which is fun.
I think pink is power today for Draper.
It'd be boring if everybody's wearing the same black outfit out there in the court. I mean, it's you know, there's a lot of different colorful outfits and different things we're seeing at the US Open this year. Some companies taking some chances, and I'm here for it. It's fun. It's tennis, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's fine. Could have maybe done a little bit more with that shot. He's disappointed in himself, but he gave himself a chance, Mmoh. Oh!
Good depth from Draper.
40-30.
Again, not.
Just don't feel like he needed to slice that shot.
No, not being hurt there. Yeah.
Got to stay in that rally. That's the whole point of Mmoh's type of game.
Evens up the balance again. Draper.
3 games all, first set.
22 minutes. 6 games have been played. Just that one game that was that really long one. So things just tracking smoothly here for both players. No breaks.
The one, get forward, impose yourself a little bit at the net. Let's see how far back Mmoh was. Almost out of the picture.
Did he have his back scraping on the chase sign there?
Oh, no chance to track that great drop shot down. Little half volley.
Michael, his ability or to how to really manufacture these opportunities to come forwards.
Yeah, this is a nice play. And into the backhand side, that's the weaker side of Draper. You see that great speed from Mmoh. He was right on top of the net to make this volley. If it got any lower, that could have been pretty tricky to deal with. It's a nice play.
For Jack Draper, 6'4", just lunging into this ball. Could have paid the price here for this one. That was an interesting choice of shot, but covered it well.
I think he found himself too close to the net to hit through it.
Yeah.
Just had to poke it over.
Oh!
Well, on this occasion, it was Draper to win the longer rally, not on that first one that we saw that was 33 balls. It was Mmoh. But that is tiring. 28 shots there. Well, Coach Zach Everton just said we got to reset here.
He said, let's get up and get up for that serve.
I think both coaches are on their edge, aren't they? Trotman as well, trying to influence Draper. Ooh, one feeling pressure here and one sensing opportunity here for Jack Draper with this break point.
Come on, Jack. Come on. Come on, Jack. Come on. Let's go.
Five guys there from Britain for Draper. Looks like MI5.
It's a good crew.
You want them on your side.
Nice time for the big serve. A little bit of extra spin on it to track that ball away from his opponent. He's been using a lot of kick serves in that ad court, and that was available.
Advantage.
I like
Draper.
the attention there. Just just narrowly missing that one. Took that one early, looking to create an opportunity, but under pressure yet again now from Draper.
Just a little too much of an angle he went for there. Maybe should have taken that up the line coming forward.
Let first serve.
Wide show a little slow on that let call. Pretty easily heard. Both players. Let's get behind his opponent there on that approach shot. That approach shot taken up the line. Approach up the line, a little bit easier to cover the line. Maybe get over to the cross-court pass. Of course, can't cover both the roller and the line.
I just get the sense that Draper
Advantage,
really hungry
Draper.
here to try to get this early break. Mmoh having to work hard just to stay in this service game.
You just have to see how far back Mmoh is when he makes contact with that forehand, and then left it too short. That ball got exactly what it deserves. If you're going to play that far back, you better hit it heavier or deeper.
New ball split. Draper leads by 4 games to 3. First set.
Help him hold serve a little bit easier here. He was 10 for 10 to enter into this game. Now 11 for 11 first serves made. He's winning the point every time so far, Draper.
Let's make that 12 of 12. Yeah, it's
Very
dangerous, isn't it? He just uses that serve so well. Such an advantage, 6'4".
Well, his last couple, Mmoh was able to get back, sort of just blocking the ball back and using that speed to get there. But a couple of backhand errors. He's got to clean that up a little bit.
Very 15.
Pretty nice volley there. At least rushed Mmoh a little bit. Still think they try to make your opponent play at least a volley there.
Draper.
So just stretches that
Draper
lead, just
leads by
compounding
5 games
problems
to 3.
here for
First set.
Michael Mmoh. Just hold serve here, just to
Nice process here again. Come on.
keep this nice and tight. You just see and hear James Trotman keep this process nice and tight. Very positive coach, James.
It is a very positive thing to say.
So,
Keep this nice process going.
like it.
I've never heard that said quite that way, but more of the same from Draper. It's been a good set of tennis so far. Backhand's off. He's trying to hit them through those backhands a little too flat. He's going to have to hit the ball with a little more spin in that backhand side. Look at all those errors over there. Support my belief. 7 errors, a bunch in the last game. Not under true duress. Is shots that he should be making.
Good direction there. 21, not his biggest, but just placement. And he needs 3 more good ones. That's where he loses a little bit of control mode. You can just see him just retreating back there. Got out of trouble on that one. Just see Draper sneaking up on that baseline.
Yeah, I mean, he's got trenches dug back there. He likes to be back there in them. That's a forehand from Draper. Just let it get too much into his body, could hit through it.
40.
Yeah. That T-serve been doing some good work for Mmoh.
Draper leads by 5 games to 4. First set.
So a handy hold there for Michael Mmoh.
He's winning 93%. It's been great on the first serve and 60% on the second serve. So kind of, for the most part, cruise through the games. Can he continue it for one more if he gets the set tucked away?
Draper's been
able to win his first set and take it through and winning 3 in both of his previous matches here.
Has not been pushed so far at the US Open. forehand. Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of resistance in both of his previous matches, and that really benefited him when he played at Hubert Hurkacz. Hurkacz had just come from a 5-setter. Just getting the better of those longer rallies there.
It's a bit of a surprise. I think that's, Louisa, that's an important stat that for Mmoh to change around. He's good at the long rallies. He's got to win more of them.
Second serve.
Just a little indecision off that lefty spin there. A little bit slower on that serve, but it had some heavy kick. Pardon the raceway that just came through. Oh.
Of shots coming from Draper.
You like that one?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good shot.
Unbelievable. How do you come up with that?
Really well disguised on this. It wasn't even really a drop shot, sort of just shoved the ball over there. A little underspin on it. Well done.
2 set points here now for Draper. Oh. Just went a little too fine, but
40-30.
Gee, he set that point up perfectly. Oh, what is that, a millimeter?
I think that's as close as I've seen and not be in this entire first week.
Come on, I want to check one of those hairs. One of them must have possibly touched that line.
That's amazing. Well, it was a well-struck forehand. That's the exact shot he wanted. He hit it well.
Thank you.
You could just see Draper just pulling back a little bit after that offloading on that big forehand on the previous point.
And I think that's exactly what Mmoh wants. His game style in those sort of tight moments is one that really makes players feel him out there on the court. And he'll put you into a long rally and make you breathe hard if you're going to get through one of those. So you have to keep hitting through the ball. That's not easy when you get tight.
It's nice when you get to do that, though. Wow, that gets you out of trouble.
Advantage,
119. He's fastest, but terrific placement. Set point again now for Draper. Come up with that return. Wow. What a shot.
Plenty of the ball caught the line there. That was a beautiful return.
Wow, he was almost in with the spectators there on that return. Jack pointing the finger, come on, that can't be in. And my luck can't be that bad.
All right, well, I don't mind that.
Advantage, Draper.
Get up on it and maybe try to approach there.
What happened? Just
Deuce court, just
didn't meet it?
Just reached for it a little bit, didn't quite get through that ball. There's a lot of spin on that serve, so you have to be able to hit through it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, set point number 4. That'll do it on the 4th attempt.
6 games to 4.
Forehand comes off for Jack Draper. He takes the opening set in 48 minutes, 6-4. Career high ranking was back in February, so not too far off that.
Well,
we're looking for him to do better on the second serve. Those double faults. Well, first point of the game is not the worst time to do it, but that is an incredible angle backhand. Draper was able to somehow find on a very short delivery.
You like this though from Mmoh, but doesn't do enough with that volley.
Love that play. He's got to take it off the court though.
Yeah.
Right on top of the net. Good thing for Mmoh fans, win or lose this match, he will have his highest ranking. The live ranking is at least shown him at 79 in the world. So he's finally broken that top 80 mark. There's a nice backhand that he hit through a little bit better to really set up that shorter shot.
15-30.
This shot right here, look at the depth he was able to achieve on it. It's the shot that troubled him in the first set, the backhand, too many into the net.
Just too heavy there for Draper.
15-40.
Forehand really can open up the court. So in a little bit of a bind here, Michael Mmoh. Can he find a way out?
I do like the Draper forehand. He can hit it. He can hit it heavy where it jumps up a little bit, and Mmoh hasn't been liking that. Or he can really flatten it out and hit it big. A couple of huge points coming up.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Game, Draper.
Michael Mmoh, that is exactly what
First
he
game,
did not
second
want to
set.
throw in there. So that's 4. That one just coming at such a critical and not such a great time. That just might set a little bit of a trend here for the second set now for Jack Draper. Both players looking for that elusive second week situation where you know you're through to the 4th round and things are traveling pretty good at the US Open. If you're in that situation, both players have not been there. James Trotman would absolutely love it if it's his charge.
Doing great.
Just that reassurance, that constant.
Well, I agree with him there. He is doing great.
Yeah.
He's got a set and a break of serve. Not a great game from Mmoh in that last one. Couple of double faults that really cost him.
15 over.
We just opened the door a little bit for Draper, and look what happens. They can just really push now on this serve. Just playing with a little inspiration. It just lifts the emotions when you break early in a set.
$30-15.
Well, a little change up there, serve and volley. And off of a second serve, and it paid off.
40-50.
Yeah, sometimes can just distract your opponent. You can just see the advancing server just in your peripheral there.
That's the play that Mmoh wants to get into a little bit more of, his
40-50.
backhand or even his forehand, his heavier forehand, and he hit through that one a little bit better into that backhand of Draper. It's the weaker of the ground strokes. It's not a bad backhand, but you make some errors over there on that side. It's the one you want to attack from the baseline at least.
Frustrated with himself here. Just a couple of loose points. Giving Michael just a little refreshed energy here.
Advantage,
just
Mmoh.
to lengthen these rallies. Let's see what Mmoh can do here. Has not had one of these so far. The first one of the match.
was an opportunity. He was there in plenty of time.
I don't think he could have asked for a better ball here. This one just sits up from Jack. Look at that. There's some space.
Just didn't get enough of the outside of the ball there to bring it back in. Our mark has been achieved. That's the one thing about playing as far back as it does, is it makes the court look giant, and sometimes opponents will miss balls like that easy forehand there. There's been a couple of errors. This has not been a good game for Draper.
No.
Can he figure a way out of this situation?
A little bit like when you're playing a Medvedev. Stands so far back.
You.
There's that play again. Pretty good approach, really. Just overran the volley. Didn't expect it to come right in back into his body there. Didn't really split step. So it was difficult for him to change that direction. Clever play from Draper to go right there, up the middle.
Just trying to red line that forehand.
Advantage, Draper.
Just then decelerating a little bit on that last one.
When you think about a game like this, it's not been a great game from Draper. Is having to fight through it. The serve rhythm has left him a little bit. You think about the moment he gets that break. He already won the first set. Maybe, I don't know what he's thinking, but you think maybe he was thinking about the score a little bit.
Break. Closes and holds just to consolidate that early break now.
Draper leads by 2 games to 0. Second set.
Love it. Strong, Jack. Got it. Regroup. Let's go.
Strong. Regroup. Wow.
I don't know if
got out of jail
is the
there.
play. He doesn't need to regroup. He needs to move forward. Nothing to regroup from. He didn't play a great game, but that happens in tennis, and you have to just keep taking steps forward in these matches.
Certainly Michael Mmoh that needs to regroup, because if he is to get broken here, he's in all sorts of troubles.
Like that heavy forehand into the backhand of Draper. Seen it be successful even in this set.
Having to use the wheels right here, Mmoh really spreading the court. Jack Draper taking some deep breaths. He's working pretty hard himself. It's pretty warm conditions today here.
When you got them running. Come on, you're doing great. I love that ball hitting that.
Keep your opponent running. That's the message. 20 shots. Well, there's plenty of running from both players there.
It's interesting that he keeps winning those longer rallies. Draper doing a very good job of keeping Mmoh, like he said, like his coach said there, on the move. He defends well. Well, great. Make him do it.
I think if you were to look at the tracking, the movement as well of both players, I think with the fact that Draper can get that ball to move outside of the court a little bit more than Mmoh. Mmoh hits with spin, but it seems to go a little bit more linear.
Through the court.
Yeah. I would
You're
think
right.
that Moh's doing more running.
A backhand angle for a passing shot, this time up the line.
15-40.
Reset. Come on, that's it. You got it. Ready to go.
Some great shot making. Mmoh, of course, a little bit forced forward here, and you notice he didn't get enough depth there on that shovel forehand.
Do you think he left that, or do you think it was passed before? I mean, it's a squeeze no matter what, but
I think he could have gotten there if he sprinted over to take that volley, but I was a little surprised, I think, at the great shot Draper created.
So more trouble for Michael Mmoh. But what a difference.
Game Draper.
Holding those service points,
Draper leads by
and
3 games to love,
converting
second set.
and breaking.
By 1 set to
He
love.
is traveling well here. A set and 3 to the good.
Find your seats quickly, please. The players are ready and waiting. Thank
Today,
you.
all over the grounds.
Ah, it's really sad news.
Serve +1, that's what Draper's looking for.
15 love.
He has done it well today. Did face the scare in his last service game. Faced down a couple of break points. But I'll tell you, matches like this, you get that second break of serve. You can let down a little bit of the nerves. Sort of let her rip on the serve. I would imagine the service percentage is going to go up as he tries to cruise through set number 2.
40 love.
Oh!
40-15.
Chances for 4-0.
First serve.
just
40-30.
going long there, opened up the shoulders, punished that forehand, just pushing it long though.
Bit odd. 40 left, back to deuce.
Deuce.
Long hill to climb here for Mmoh, but not impossible.
Advantage, Draper.
Well, he's got the strut of a guy with some purpose out here at the moment. Having to work pretty hard in this fourth game in the second set. But looking very focused, the Brit.
Game, Draper.
Completes the mission. Well, things looking pretty
Draper
good
leads by 4 games to loss, second set.
for Jack Draper. Stunning day here today in New York. It's just beautiful, isn't it, Jan Michael? We've seen some moisture around. We've seen clouds around. Download the US Open app to follow your favorite players, track the latest scores, stats, match highlights, players news, and more. Available in the App Store and Google Play Store. These conditions today, a little bit faster, beautiful, the sun's out.
A little faster, but you could not ask for better playing conditions, especially in New York. This is sometimes one of the most difficult places to play all year long.
Yeah, stunning first day for the Labor Day weekend. Everybody's traveling. They would have left Friday. Do they leave Thursday night out of New York City, leaving my apartment this morning? The streets are empty.
They were empty. It was amazing how fast we got from Manhattan. It only took 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking it's going to be an hour.
I thought so too.
Labor weekend. No, they've all disappeared.
They're out of here
already. They're all in the Hamptons.
Nice serve there. And again, at the beginning of this game is the shot that we're keeping an eye on. It's too many errors over on that side. Can he figure it out? It might not be in this set, but it would be important if he could play a little bit better and sort of get those things right before the third set starts.
(30-15). (40-15).
Nice strike on that backhand. You see that right up on the baseline, trying to be offensive with the mindset. Paid off.
needs a first serve here and needs to get on the board right now, Mmoh. Or he's going to get mowed right down. But he's on the board. He'll have a little bit of enthusiasm for this second
Draper
set.
leads by 4 games to 1.
Does
Second
it run
set
away
by
a little
1
bit
set
too
to love.
far, though? It's Jack Draper in control. He leads 6-4, 4-1. Looking good here. Jack Draper just getting the energy up or just keeping it up.
50 love.
Up, keeping the focus up and keeping the power up. That's the 6th ace of the match. The 5th ranked player from Great Britain, of course, led by Cam Norrie. Dan Evans, who's currently on court against Alcaraz, having a real battle. He's ranked 28 in the world. Then Andy Murray. After that, it's Liam Brody. And then this man here, Jack Draper, ranked 123. He is not going to be at that number for too much longer.
Yeah, 4th round here
30,
would help
50.
that ranking out quite a bit. Let's check the live rankings and see where he would be. Just right now, if he lost this match, it's match to over, even if he wins the 2nd set. Remember, Mmoh came back from 2 sets to love against Big John Isner in his last match.
Second serve.
Good angle there.
So it's interesting for Draper. Because of this event, he won a couple rounds last year before he got hurt. In that match, remember we spoke about it at the end of this match, and against Hachinov. So actually kind of needs this result. He's at least stabilized the ranking.
Yeah.
So he won't go down. He'll go up a few spots, but a win here would help him a lot.
Well, that was a horrific thigh strain against Hachinov. He was in the 3rd round. Of course, had that phenomenal run at the beginning of 2022.
40-30.
He just went through the challenges in Italy, won 3 of them in Italy, and then backed it up with another one in France. So missing out on the opportunity to play those and to keep those points.
Game Draper.
So a handy
New ball
serve
split.
there, just going through the process.
Draper leads
As
by
James
5 games to 1.
Trotman,
Second.
his coaches, just kept reinforcing throughout this match. There he is.
Average, mate, huh? Keep taking it to him.
Yeah, good advice. Keep taking it to him. Keep being the dominant player out in the court. Trust your strokes. Keep serving like that. Service percentage is actually taking a little bit of a dip in this, and I think he'd love to have that percentage just go up a little bit more. He's at 54%. And has faced some adversity, even though 5-1 is the score line.
Had an unbelievable win in the 1st round, though, Michael Mmoh. Beat Karen Hachinov, the 11th seed. In 3 as well. But you just wonder how much was taken out of the tank against John Isner to win that in 5 sets, as you said as well, Michael, coming back from 2 sets to love down. Those last 3 sets were tight. The last one was a tie break. The 3rd one was a tie break. Long match.
Well, I think his fitness is probably some of the best fitness on tour. 25 years old, you recover pretty fast, but it definitely takes something out of you.
Yeah.
It was a tough match, and it was an emotional match against Isner. Remember, he retired in that match, so even Mmoh's going to feel those emotions a bit. Forehand cross court, a little heavy into the backhand side if he can get it there.
Yeah, he needs to just get a little momentum here. Just even if he doesn't impact this second set, he needs to have something firing when he starts the third.
Get those double faults out of his system moving forward. Nice play. Mmoh left it short. Draper saw as well that Mmoh was just way back there. Drop shot available. Didn't even have to hit it that great.
Just to get a little momentum here. Just lost it midway through this second set here, Mmoh. Well, just looking across at his team, just feeling frustrated as to what to do here that might impact this match. 6,000 this stadium holds. Not quite capacity at the moment, but it will fill as this gorgeous day continues. Draper looking to complete the second set. Has a stranglehold over this match. The first 6-4 was a bit of a fight, that first set.
Yeah, Draper's got to keep this a little bit closer. He's got to find a way to get this crowd involved, as they've not really been able to help him out there. This is the game, I think, to take maybe a few chances, maybe hope for a few more second serves to come his way. As I mentioned, the Draper percentage is a little bit lower. Really turn it up here as you move into this third set. Just try to change things around and put that intensity out in a game like this, even if you lose the set. Because, you know, Luis, the crowd's going to want a comeback. They're going to want him to win the third and put the pressure on.
Oh. Oh.
Just a third double fault for the match for Jack.
Oh.
Well, that's not what Mmoh wants to do. That's just 80 miles per hour. That's just sitting there to be hit. Set point now.
Second set, Draper.
Seventh ace, eighth ace of the match, and it is 2 sets the way of the Brit now.
One of the things that's important is the first serve percentage needs to come up from Mmoh, regardless of those stats and the tendencies that Draper might have on his own serve. He's got to get his serve taken care of, and from the beginning.
Oh. That's a nice positive start. I actually heard some of the crowd just kind of making some noises there, almost some booing noises. I wonder if some of the people here don't understand that the player can now go over and speak to the coach at certain times. You're allowed to have quick little pointers, but not extended conversations until certain moments in the match. One of them, if your opponent goes off.
Exactly. If you take that kit change, you can go over there and have a few words, actually have a little bit of a conversation where it usually needs to be one-way traffic. To the player. Player's not supposed to be asking a lot of questions out there, and that, of course, is up to the purview of the chair umpire to regulate that and enforce it. Well, this is a nice start indeed. Love hold here. Then move on.
So a little wild
First game, third
forehand, Draper. It's a good start. And of course, we heard a lot of that information from Jack Garner, the new US Open tournament referee. They've thought about a lot of these situations that come up when you can ask for a review, when you can't. There's certain times, but it's I think it's been really helpful for the players. And I think it's an interesting one too, this new move from tournaments to allow coaches just to give that little bit of information.
Well, it's been around the ATP Tour first for a while. The Slams sort of halfway resisted it and now have given in on it. And I guess the Open's taken it a little bit further. I was strictly against the coaching on court when it first came out, but I've sort of taken a step backward a little. I just didn't want it to be really a part of the process. It's one of the things that made our sport beautiful is you had to figure things out on the court anyway yourself. But with that being said, there's always been signals out there and people telling you, hey, serve here or serve there or serve and volley. There's been signals. And then other coaches just ignoring it completely and talking anyway. Well, this is the tour's way of sort of dealing with it. Of course, the women had those coaching breaks once per set for a long time on the WTA tour, and then COVID sort of came and changed everything. And with nobody in the stands, you could hear the coaches, and it sort of made everything really clear. I think that that's where they made some of these decisions to change it. And for us, of course, as broadcasters, gives us something a little more to talk about. Some more personalities thrown into the mix, so it can make it pretty interesting, maybe for the viewers at home. Maybe understand the game a little bit better, what's happening out there, what's going through these people's heads as they try to compete.
There's some players, though, that absorb information. Some need it, some don't. Some are very much instinctive players. But this is a sneaky little opportunity here for Michael Mmoh. This is the kind of start that he needed in this third set.
Yeah, a stat that might matter, of course, besides maybe where he has a tendency to serve, that come off that little app that he had there, is what's been working for you, Michael. What's been working in these ground stroke rallies, and that's getting that forehand heavy into the backhand side of Draper. We saw just 2 points ago another error off that shot. He struggles with that heavier shot over there a little bit. Difficult to get him over there as he likes to take forehands deep in that backhand side. So you might have to work the point a little, get him into the forehand corner, move him before you hit that heavy ball.
That's it.
Same shot. And that's really the process right there. Get him a couple forehands, work the point, then get it over into that corner.
So break point. He's 0 for 2 so far in this match. He would love this one. And lifts the and certainly lifts Michael Mmoh now. First break of the match just coming in this third set, and we know he's a late bloomer. He did this against John Isner. He is ready for the long road. Yeah, look at that backhand, just takes time away, absolutely rips that.
The way he delivers his backhand too is pretty flat, so I like it when he's getting up on the line or in front of the line, because he can hit through it a little bit better. He's been missing some balls in the top of the tape when he's been pushed backwards and still hitting the same flat shot. And he's got to add spin to those ones, but those are the opportunities that we want from him. Be offensive with that. Nice shot there, and the opportunity taken.
Love of him. Final.
Mmoh taking nice advantage of a little dip in the focus of Draper. It often happens when you have a couple of sets. He's played well in this match so far. It is difficult to keep the focus for an entire 3 out of 5 set match. When that happens to your opponent, you want to take advantage of it, and he's done so here in the third.
The momentum shift that he has been working for today. Michael Mmoh looking good here.
40-50.
He's just been mixing it up, and Draper just off the boil just a little bit.
Game. Mmoh leads by 3 games to love, third set. Draper leads by 2 sets to
the
love.
team of Michael Mmoh. What an incredible turnaround here. Having lost the first 2 sets, he leads 3-0. Currently ranked 123 in the world. Just a little over 12 months ago, he was inside the top 40 in the world. That was back in January, actually. Then had the shoulder injury, was out for a couple of months, couldn't retain a lot of those points. So that's why his ranking has dropped back outside the top 100.
Oh.
He's seeing it like a basketball at the moment. Michael Mmoh read that just like a book.
50-0.
Look at the extreme difference that with his backhand when he's up in that time inside the line, making contact and really driving through it nicely. That's the kind of tennis we're looking for from him.
30-50.
So an error like that, certainly don't mind it. Miss a couple balls long on the baseline, you can bring your targets in pretty easily. It's the ones you miss into the net, those backhands that he misses missing in the net first couple of sets, that can cause you to be a little bit tentative.
Oh.
$40-50. Game Draper.
Good hold there for Draper.
Mmoh leads by 3 games to 1, third set.
Just wants to be noticed here in this third set. What is the message from Team Britain? Download the US Open app to follow your favorite players, track the latest scores, stats, match highlights, player news and more.
50 love.
You just have to go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. Well, hasn't that changed around?
To the cap in this set.
Incredible, the shift. the mental shift. He's just brought this different energy to this third set.
You know, it's interesting the type of player that you are when you come up in the game and through your juniors or whatever you did before the pro level. If you are a player who wins long rallies, retrieving a lot, doing a lot of that type of maybe making your opponents make errors, or if you're a power player where you need to add a little spin, maybe go into bigger spaces. I've always felt like that's easier to do than to convince yourself that you're going to go big. That's go big with the ground strokes, go big with the serve in the big moments. I think that's a harder thing to convince yourself of.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't do it. But you look at Mmoh and his sort of rise and the top 100 in the world, and injuries aside, just injuries aside, because he's had some, and that's been a major factor for him. But the tendency for him to want to grind out there it's innate in his makeup. So I think he has to fight past that. Hit the bigger serves. Don't kick it from time to time. And go for the ground strokes a little bit more. So what if you miss a couple? That's how you get better at doing that thing.
Yeah, so true. Well, I haven't seen a lot of that from Jack Draper. He's been allowed to get outplayed a little bit here in this third set. That one just nice and deep. Couldn't do much with that, Mmoh. His forehand hasn't been so big in set number 3.
That first serve percentage for Mmoh in the second set was down in the 30 percentile range. He's up at almost 80% so far here in the third. That's the change we were looking for. It's happened. Found a line.
Well, that's a little bit more of the DNA of the first and second set, where Draper was controlling these points and really being able to spread the court.
Last 2 points looks at second serves.
There's that forehand from Draper. Out of trouble there. From Draper. They're from James Trotman, coach of Jack.
15 love.
They're saying stay with him. They're hoping that he will get back in this third set, get the mission, the job completed without having to stretch it too far down the line. Not like that. We haven't seen a lot of that high number serving that we saw in the first and second serve. He's just serving just over 1 of 2 first serves in this set, Draper. Oh. makes a big difference when you land that first serve, because Michael Mmoh in this set, he has served 12 first serves, taking 11, 92%. Jack, just 7 first serves.
Yeah, it's interesting, both players at 86%, both won on first serves when they're making those first serves. That is a nice stat, 86%.
It's just regularity, though, that's hurting Draper.
Drop shot was there for him. Was back there by the ball crew.
Yeah, just tries to go a little too fine. Oh, just caught the tape, not too far off target.
Carry.
10 for the match. So he holds there. I think that was Jack Draper just yelling at himself, trying to get pumped up.
You think it was? It was, Louise.
Wow, that's unusual though. I'm surprised.
He gets a little bit animated on the court from time to time. It's, well, the first couple sets pretty straightforward, 4-2, so there's no need for it. He knows the serve has dropped off a little bit, now below 50%. And down a break. He's got to figure out a way back into this third set if he can. He'd rather get it done in straights.
Good battling out here from Michael Mmoh.
See now the unforced error is favoring Mmoh. You would expect that, of course, in this the way the scoreline's working in the third set here. But also seeing Mmoh win some of the longer rallies, which he was winning less of in the first couple of sets. That's going to matter down the line if he can keep stretching this match out.
Yeah. What's 50 points shorter here, Jack Draper. He retired in his last match in Winston-Salem against Talon Griekspoor. During the set, his shoulder got a little sore. They were a little concerned about making sure it was going to be fine for the US Open. Sent the MRI back to Britain, back to the physios. Related to the problem that he had at the beginning of the year. So that was good news coming in here as we just see a little change up in play here from Michael Mmoh. I like that.
I like that too.
A little serve and volley. You would have done that, wouldn't you? You
yeah, once I liked serve and volleying from time to time. I wasn't a great serve and volleyer if people knew I was coming, but we'd get the free points with the big serves.
Ultimately, and ideally, he would love to break back just here, Draper, just lifting in his energy a little. That forehand has been pretty damaging.
thankfully. No linesman back there these days. And if you recall, if you've been with us, folks at home, from the beginning of this match, you've seen a lot of those backhand passing shots actually find the lines. A couple of key ones, in fact, first and second set. Barely missed that.
That's some force behind that throw as well.
Yeah.
Point to hold. Wait, and just see Jack Draper absolutely just lifting here, just sending the message to himself. Little throw, he was just almost disgusted in himself. Back to deuce. Pressure on Mmoh. Oh, back in behind. Look at that. Get the crowd going, Michael Mmoh. That's a new one out of the play.
Advantage, Mmoh.
Going behind him was a little bit of a new one, but this backhand approach shot, he's done it pretty well in this set. Been a little bit more offensive coming forward with the two-hander. As you see, that delivery is, it's a pretty flat type of a shot, almost a shove.
Flat first serve. New balls, please.
Well, the 25-year-old American has the energy back. Feeling good
Mmoh leads
out
by
here,
5
Michael
games
Mmoh.
to 2, third set.
Leads the third,
Draper leads by
5-2,
2 sets to
trailing the
love.
first two.
Is a set of tennis, and it looks like Mmoh might get through this one, where they both serve quite well. I think that then we'll see a very close set of tennis.
Oh.
Loss.
You know, it's interesting. That's not always the case, that you can so carefully or closely gauge what might happen in a set of tennis based on the first serve. It's not always the case. It's a nice little barometer to follow. This match, it really has been the case.
30 long.
Looks like he wants to play a nice quick service game here, Draper. Erased that last game where he thought he had his chance with that cross, and then got very disappointed with himself. So good recovery here, good reset. As his team has been saying throughout this match, reset, reset. Well,
Game, Draper.
certainly does get through that
Mmoh
one
leads
quickly.
by 5 games to 3,
is that
third set.
feeling of a little bit more pressure in this game now for Michael Mmoh. Just the one break in hand. Can he continue to serve those numbers that we've talked about, that percentage, that conversion? Must be feeling that the conditions are changing a little, or that racket's just gone a little bit looser.
Come on, Jack, find the right one you want to get this shot. You went through like 4 rackets in there.
Yeah, without touching one of them. I'm not sure. You must have them in order. A lot of the players do put them in that 1, 2, 3, 4 across their bag order.
That's exactly what I did.
There's that big forehand, just trying to create that presence early on in this game here.
Long of feet.
All right, so this set's been a combination of Mmoh, serving a lot better, serving well, in fact. He's been really on it. And also him being a little bit more offensive. You got to be careful to give Draper too many opportunities, because Draper's also made some errors in this set. It's been that combination.
Just an absolute error in judgment.
15 all.
Not sure that
it looked like, let's see this again, it looked like it might be a winner if he makes this shot. Mmoh got up to the, almost in front of the baseline to try to cover this. Could he have gotten there? Maybe. But that one had no chance. It didn't give that ball enough life there in the drop shot.
Oh.
Draper, 6'4", slides into this volley.
15-30.
There's the damage there into the backhand.
You notice this game so far, it's just been a little too passive from Mmoh. Got away with the last one. Basically invited Draper in on that shorter ball.
He really did.
Serio. First.
Little pressure play coming forward.
40-30.
That's the mentality that put him in this position.
I think Michael Mmoh will be drawing from some of the big matches that he's played this year. Australian Open, beating Alexander Zverev.
Game and third set Mmoh.
Billie has it, wants the crowd to just back him
Rising games to 3.
Well, this is the energy that they were looking for. This is the kind of play that we saw in that second round against Isner. This is impressive.
Draper leads by 2 sets to 1.
He's going to get broken early in this set. It was Draper that got broken early in set number 3. Great touch. I had a feeling he finished off that set much better than the way he started the set, Draper.
15 love.
Yep, more focus definitely at the end of the set than the beginning, and that's again understandable after playing 2 high-level sets of tennis. Your opponent starts to play a little bit better. Actually changes his strategy a little bit, served better. All those things combined can make you feel like you need to play even better, and that in turn, I believe, forced Draper to actually force the issue, and it made some errors, and you often see that third set being a little bit different in 3 out of 5 set tennis. take it.
15-30.
Look how we get that forehand. That's the strategy also. Get the backhand into the backhand side.
Oh.
Major trouble here. Just didn't get his feet up to that shot. Reached for it ever so slightly. It's easy to miss that with the spin that comes off of the Mmoh racket.
Well, pressure for Jack Draper right now. Can Mmoh do what he did early on set 3? Has not been getting the numbers in he's wanted in that first set. The first serve, I should say. Oh, really took a big cut at that. Mmoh just needed to give himself a bigger target there. Really got up and tried to negate the spin there. Off the court from Draper. Michael Mmoh absolutely tracking down every ball here. Frustration there for Jack Draper, knowing he has been broken early on in this set. Look at that reaction from Michael Mmoh. Does he want to win this match? Yeah, he's throwing himself into it. That is almost a rap dance on court. He had a very good look at that to get that in.
That's the crowd reaction, and the reaction from the player says it all, I think, for there. In that exchange, it's the point of the match for me. And Mmoh showing off that blazing speed that he possesses. That was incredible. What a treat. And what a start in the 4th set.
Baited to go down the line there. Well, some really meaningful rallies happening right now. The importance of these couple of games is huge. Back-to-back long rallies.
Over the net, but Draper had the speed to get there and do something with it.
Well, this is unbelievable, because when you're running in here, the general shot here is to go cross court. Now he goes up over, so he lifts this one Much easier just to slide that racket across and play cross court. That's not the shot Mmoh was expecting.
It is easier, but it's also easier to get burned on. And if you have to hit the cross court, the whole line is open. So pretty clever for Draper.
Oh, really clever. Well, this has turned into some unbelievable athleticism here from both players, giving absolutely everything. The importance of these couple of games is just outstanding. Jack wants to get the break back.
Interesting when you look at the plays that Mmoh has utilized out here. He missed a backhand, which was the right shot, just missed it. And then that volley there just didn't quite execute on it, but the right idea.
Jack was just going to blast one of these balls, and I think maybe he got a little excited there. Just lifted his head up a fraction and mistimed that one. Huge opportunity for Draper here still. 2 break points. This might be the set that we've really been looking at that may just collide together, where they both play some unbelievable tennis.
I feel like the nerves should be off by now, at least until one of these guys tries to put away the match.
Game breaker.
We are evenly poised here in this fourth set. Just feel that both players are trying to bring out a little bit more explosiveness in their game. Jack Draper, though, just serving 1 of 3 first serves in this set. That's unbelievably low for him. That's why we saw him get broken in the first game.
Love.
Nice pass, found an angle from way back in the court there. Gave himself plenty of time.
15-0.
Here's a big serve you're looking for, Luis.
Yeah, just making life easier for himself.
Toughest one for a lefty to hit. Get up and pronate on that one in the deuce court. Just like the right-hander in the ad court, trying to get it out wide, flat. It's difficult. That was well done.
Flat off that one, Mmoh. Just in the right place at the right time there, Billie.
15 all.
That's the way to start this game out. 127. Not too far off of his biggest serve of the day at 130. But an ace is always an ace.
Yep.
No.
Pace on that one.
Yeah.
Getting the slider. Yeah. Didn't
Slider
get his
into the body.
Out of, yeah. Couldn't get his
Exactly.
body out of the way. Smart.
I like
101.
that. I like that play.
Isn't that the LA to San Diego, the 101?
The 101 is the highway you want to avoid in LA. Doesn't ever go anywhere.
Oh!
Oof.
30 all.
So Draper, is he on the 405 and Mmoh on the 101? How do you see this right now?
I mean, he's looking for the fast pass is what he's looking for. Can he find it? It's changing lanes right now. It's on serve, so.
Yeah, he's in the diamond lane, possibly.
That's what he wants.
Missed a couple of those, but he pops himself right in the firing
40,
line.
30.
Yeah, it's a nice looking drop shot here. It was clear that it was going to go for the court, and you look how low there. Look at the legs he used to get nice and low on the volley. Also on the drop shot. That's good technique. It's the kind of technique you want at 30 all in the fourth set, trying to push it to 2 all.
Draper. Good work from Mmoh, though. Just neutralizing up in the court. Just pushing those shots back, so evens the score up here. Great to see just this tight, close match here. Download the US Open app to follow your favorite players, track the latest scores, stats, match highlights, players news, and more. Available in the App Store and Google Play Store.
Well, the one thing about Mmoh winning that third set is that it's allowed this crowd to become active. I'm loving the "Let's Go Mmoh" chant.
Yeah.
It just kind of rolls off the tongue pretty nice, doesn't it? A few people making some noises on the double fault there. That could irritate you if you're Draper.
from Mmoh. I felt that Draper was getting a little too passive there through the middle of the court, but then comes up with something big.
Yeah, Mmoh kind of just got caught in the baseline there a little bit. Couldn't quite hit through it. That heavy forehand into the backhand. It's worked for him, but not when Draper gets up on the baseline. That's a different story. That was a good backhand. One of the better ones cross court that he's hit the whole day.
30-15.
It's exactly what Draper wants. A few quick points. Saw him steamrolling some of his service games early on in this match. Has had much more resistance, though, in this department in the last set and a half. Just not sure what happened. There was a little bit of breeze that we're seeing down on the court. Just did not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough of a breeze to really affect it. Let's look at it here. I think it just took a weird bounce, and it did take a strange hop. They misjudged it.
Well, that was a terrific shot from Mmoh, because that backhand slice just sat so low there. No matter what, it's going to make for a difficult passing for Draper.
Feeling like these drop shots aren't really working for Draper anymore.
Yeah.
He's hit a couple that have worked earlier when Mmoh was playing a little bit further back with the more defensive mentality. Now that Mmoh is playing a little bit more offensive more often, he needs to do away with that strategy.
Draper.
So there's the roar from Jack Draper.
This is actually one of my favorite courts to watch the tennis on, because you can kind of, feels like you're right in the action as far as a fairly large stadium.
A more modern kind of bull ring.
Yeah.
That one.
Exactly. Very much like the one at the French Open they used to have, which they've done away with.
Did you ever play on that?
I did play on that. It's a neat court.
Want to see more of that from Mmoh. That's when he's at his best. 26 approaches now, winning 17 of those. So if you'd look at the rallies and who's winning the rallies, it would be much closer than that conversion. 65% of those points won at the net. 29 times Draper has advanced. Won 21 of those.
Yeah, both stats favor the players. If you take some chances, come up, show your face up there a little bit, put the pressure on. That's number 7. Not a crazy number for 4 sets of tennis, but got to be careful where you hit them.
Been working today, but that one just a little too
15-30.
too laser-like and not quite getting the measure. Just a little opening here now for Jack Draper.
Well, when he made contact, I thought that ball might go in.
30-all.
Good work from Mmoh. He had to earn this rally. Sort of just slung that serve in at 109, not much on it.
Looks great when he hit that, actually. Draper got down nice and low, good stability. 30-all. Well, just when you need something a little special. Great serve there.
40-30.
The angle. Went way off the court.
So that's first serve and play in set 4, 69 to 47%.
Draper.
Deuce.
Get here from Mmoh. And look at this one. Where is he? I know. Boom.
He had to pick a side here. I don't know if he could really see where Mmoh was going to go. That's a beautiful shot.
Back to Deuce. Certainly building in pressure now for Michael Mmoh. Seen that a few times today. Just that total mishit on
Advantage.
the forehand, just framing that. He has pretty extreme grip and wants to get a lot of spin on the ball. See that there, 26 of those. Many winners coming from that side too, but that's a huge number of errors off that forehand.
Total shank. Not much you can do about that.
Yeah.
Move on to the next one. Racket acceleration, sometimes you just mistime it.
I think Bjorn Borg knew a thing about that, didn't he? How many times we saw Borg frame on that big, thick wood frame? A bit different these days.
Yeah, easier to do with that. Easier to frame the ball with those
tiny rackets.
Small little racket heads. To think that Borg could create that kind of spin with that racket. It's incredible. I've tried to do it with a wooden racket. It doesn't come off my racket all that great.
No, I mean, imagine what he could do with these current rackets.
That's a fun thought. Kind of long with the tooth now this game, almost 6 minutes.
Oh, hands one back. So now,
advantage Draper
for Michael Mmoh. Feeling the situation here, Jack Draper recognizes this is the moment. Love to take charge of this fourth set right here.
Good placement there.
Deuce.
disappointed with himself. He is standing way back to return these serves. That one was pounded down at 130 miles per hour from Michael Mmoh. Zach Evenden looking along. It's a tough ride for a coach.
It's always a tough ride as a coach out there.
Stop that, he pushes that one in. Both players not getting a lot of joy off their drop shots just right now in this match. Just sent the message a little early from Mmoh.
Well, the hard court's the toughest surface to hit the drop shots on. If you're going to hit them, you got to hit them well. It's easiest to change direction on this surface. You see the drop shots on the clay and the grass, of course, working quite well. Just not enough on that approach shot. Got away with one on the backhand 3 points ago. Or Draper
Advantage,
just timed
Draper.
it. This time, look at this. It's just barely past the service line, that approach. It's the right idea. Got to hit through that.
Game, Draper.
Well, that forehand must have just barely
Draper needs valid 4 games
the
to
line,
2
but it
for
has been good
set.
enough for this huge opportunity, Luis. 4-2.
Great effort here from the Brit. Jack Draper just making his charge just about the right time. You can see there as he hit that though, just that little patch over the abdominal. So that's obviously still been a little bit of an issue for him. Then the approach from Mmoh had a little bit of everything. Just working so hard here, Draper. Good hands from Mmoh. There's the opening.
I feel like Michael's going to go back and look at this, you know, the video of this match and with his coach and have some really good things to look at. He's done a lot of good work here in the last couple of sets. Been more offensive, trips to the net. Just didn't put away that volley, but more of this in the future for Michael Mmoh, I think, is his future. I think that's going to help him a lot.
Very low.
A couple of good serves for the 40. Love now Just a point away from 5-2 and chances to move on.
Game Draper. New balls, please. Draper leads by 5 games to 2 for set and by 2 sets to 1.
A bit unfortunate is Mmoh played an excellent third set of tennis and then got the break early here in the fourth set. Wasn't able to hold on to it. It's been broken a couple of times. But hold here, and you never know what can happen to your opponent when they try to serve out a match like this.
Very low. Let's first.
It's exactly the game he needed. Put a little pressure back on his opponent to have to finish this match off and close it out. Yeah.
Game Mmoh.
Big game there from Mmoh.
Draper leads by 5 games to 3 for set.
He's back on Jack Draper to try to serve this match out. Just serving at 57% first serves. When it goes in, it's a handy conversion rate at 83%.
Thank you.
Yeah, that forehand winner from Mmoh in the last
Thank
game
you.
to finish that off was only his 5th forehand winner in a match. That's a stat that you might want to take a look at. If you're on Team Mmoh, how can you up that? It should be at least double that.
Lot of keen.
But could Draper get a little bit tight here?
Let's first serve.
Just get him pumped up. Draper obviously feeling a little tension here trying to serve this match out. Never easy.
Especially if you don't make the first serves, double fault on the first one, then a second serve opportunity for Mmoh at love 15. Nicely played point. Just about well, there you go, 3 hours in. missed.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, did he crink his neck or something? He really moved quickly to get out of the way there, Draper.
15,
Oh, this is like a penalty shootout here. Michael Mmoh goes right at the keeper.
They tried to gun him down with that shot. Wow, not a bad choice. Player might jump one way or another. And then Draper definitely wincing after that, whether he's found a second life in this game or
violation warning, Mr. Draper.
taking a little time here.
Thank you.
Wow, I thought that was going to skid off the line. Living on the edge here, Draper.
30 all.
Let's have a little look at this squeeze. Oof.
Well, a couple of tricky points that look like this game might belong to Mmoh. Back to 30 all.
Keep that one in your pocket. Break
30, 40.
I think he's been keeping that one in his pocket too long.
Wow.
That's what we've been looking for, that shot. Hit it. Great forehand.
Get out of town. What a volley there for Draper. Had some wheels to get in there before it dropped too much.
Use.
So that is the predictable play for a lefty, but it was an excellent serve, predictable or not. There was a lot of spin and speed on that one out wide.
Come on, be brave.
117 miles an hour with spin. That's nice stuff.
Plenty of time to set that one up. Just absolutely
advantage, Draper.
Michael Mmoh. Well, James Trotman and the British team really encouraging their player here. Be brave, we heard the words.
By 3 sets to 1, 6-4, 6-2, 3-6, 6-3.
Gotta love the way he completed that match. He's only 21 years of age, had an opportunity to look at that last year, couldn't get it done, getting that injury against Hachinov, so perhaps get what he really deserves this year in 2023. Look at that, is he flying?